And a good day, everybody. My name is Jewel, and this is the Tropical Update for J7409 weather. Today, of course, Friday, October 9th, 2020. National Hurricane Center map here. Yeah, we got another one over here we're going to have to watch, but let's get right on with it with Delta. The winds now are 120 miles per hour. 120 miles per hour. This makes it a Cat 3 this morning. Now, some weakness is expected to occur. I'll get to that in a moment. Pressure 953 millibars. 26.9 north, 93.7 west if you're tracking. It's moving north now at 12 miles per hour. And over here we have disturbance number 1. It's a tropical wave right now. It's several hundred miles southwest of the Cabo Verde Islands. It continues to produce disorganized showers and a few thunderstorms. Now, this wave is expected to move generally westward or west-northwestward at about 15. And the environmental conditions could be conducive for some gradual development of this system this weekend or early next week, while it's located over the tropical Atlantic, well east of the Lesser Antilles. Now, it's looking like upper-level winds are forecast to become favorable for further development by the middle of next week. So, we'll keep our eyes on it. We'll see what happens. Everybody in the island area, stay calm at the moment. It should move like this. From all indications, I've checked all this stuff out. Let's go look at the satellite image right quick. Delta. A very, very large storm, folks. This is a big storm. Now, here is this disturbance number 1 that we're looking at. You can see nothing's clustered up together. Nothing's going on now, but I'm thinking it's going to be moving like this. Okay, and then possibly heading up this way. We're just going to have to keep our eyes on it. We don't know. Too far out, maybe it'll dissipate. Good Lord knows, I hope it does. What a year this has been. If this does happen to form into something, it will be called Epsilon. And as we set this satellite into motion, you can see that rain has already started from the feeder bands of Hurricane Delta. You can see moving through Louisiana, Mississippi, parts of Alabama, Georgia, Tennessee already. And the storm hasn't got there. So this is a large storm. Now, as we look at the radar, let's talk about Delta, okay? This major hurricane is now moving northward. The track forecast models, folks, remain quite consistent. Delta is forecast to continue moving northward today and then turn northeastward tonight between a ridge that's going to be there over the western Atlantic and a trough over the south central United States. Now, this motion is expected to take the core of the hurricane to the Louisiana coast this evening. After landfall, a turn to the northeast is forecast as a larger trough's going to move eastward toward Delta. And that motion should continue until the cyclone dissipates over Tennessee or Kentucky in a few days. Now, Delta is expected to move over waters with progressively lower oceanic heat content as it approaches the Louisiana coast. And I said it would come down in intensity a little bit, but it's not going to matter. Now, these less favorable conditions combine with a small increase in southwesterly shear. It's going to cause Delta to weaken a little before it moves on shore. But regardless, folks, Delta's forecast to be near major hurricane intensity when it makes landfall. Once again, Delta is forecast to be near major hurricane intensity when it makes landfall, and significant impacts are expected. Now, after the landfall, below hurricane strength tonight or early Saturday, and then dissipate in about 3 days is what you can expect. So I just feel for these people. I was watching the news and I've watched videos. I've done everything. Folks, people in these areas right in Louisiana, right around in this area here, their houses, you should see how many blue roofs, that means tarps, are up. Some houses aren't even standing, of course. How much more can these people go through? Please keep them in your thoughts and your prayers. Quick look at the wave heights here. Of course, Hurricane Delta. Look at this. 33 feet waves. 33 feet waves, folks. Can you believe that? And you can see a timestamp right up here. It's valid through. My goodness gracious. It's only going to keep building up. And these waves are going to be significant. Wave heights are going to be coming in the Florida Panhandle, down around the Panhandle of Alabama, also Mississippi, and of course we know Louisiana, and over beside Texas, over around the Texas coast here, you guys are going to get some of these waves also, so just be aware and stay safe. Before I go any further, if you're into the weather and you haven't subscribed, please do so. I would appreciate it so very much. Click subscribe, click that bell, and make sure you check off all to ensure you get all my latest videos. If you don't check off all, you're not going to get them. It's a YouTube thing. And please share this information with your family, your friends, on your social media. If you have anyone that is living in the path of this storm to help me keep people aware and safe, I would appreciate that greatly also. As you see, the hurricane warnings are up over in Texas all the way across Louisiana. In the red, we have the tropical storm warnings around the Texas coast and the eastern edge of Louisiana. As of right now, nothing for Mississippi, but right here on the Panhandle, I would suggest that you folks keep your eyes peeled. You know, at the last minute, things can change. When I was talking about the strengthening of this storm, it is a major hurricane now, but it should come down right before landfall. But you still are going to get at least 110 mile per hour winds sustained when it comes on shore. And it might be a little bit higher. We're going to have to wait and see. But we're going to call it 110 mile per hour winds inland all the way through Louisiana. Here, you guys are going to have 70 to 75 mile per hour winds. That's a category 1. The wind's not going to slack off until it reaches the depression stage and gets over to Mississippi. Keep this all in mind. Be aware of this. You know, this life-threatening storm surge is expected near and east of where Delta makes landfall this evening. And the storm surge warning is in effect from High Island, Texas to Ocean Springs, Mississippi. The highest inundation is 7 to 11 feet. Don't mess with it. Don't mess with this storm surge if you're in these areas. Now, it's looking like it's expected somewhere between Rockefeller Wildlife Refuge and Morgan City, Louisiana. That's where the 7 to 11 feet surge should happen. And residents in this area, please follow the advice given by your local officials. If they tell you to get out, do so. Storm surge, water, that's the #1 killer in a hurricane. Most of the time we think about the wind. Yeah, the wind's a big factor. But I've lived through Florence. I know about this storm surge, folks, and it's not pretty. Please pay attention. Now, the hurricane force winds, they're expected this afternoon and evening, somewhere within the hurricane warning area between High Island, Texas, and Morgan City, Louisiana. Now, these hurricane force winds will also spread inland, as I've showed you, across portions of southern Louisiana, near the path of Delta Center this evening and tonight. The rain is going to lead to significant flash flooding and minor to major river flooding in parts of Louisiana today and tomorrow, Saturday. And additional flooding is expected across portions of the central Gulf Coast into the lower Mississippi Valley. If there's anyone in these areas that can keep up with me by phone or by emails or whatever, please click show more down below this video and send me your phone number. I would greatly appreciate it. I know you folks have had a rough go of it. If you would like to do this to help me keep people informed with what's happening. Now, right here, storm surge watches and warnings. Everything in this pinkish red all the way over right here, you can see this is a storm surge warning. Little bit of the purple moving towards Baton Rouge. This is a storm surge watch. So we've got this storm surge warning all the way just a little south of Beaumont, moving all the way across to Gulfport, you might as well say. That's what I'm going to call it. It's so close. So please be aware of this. Please stay safe, my friends. No need to go on with watches and warnings so much at this time. Everybody knows what area you're in. I have posted a lot of the updated material for today in the community post. You'll find it there, and I will put stuff down in the description box below. Have a good day, a safe day, a blessed day. Don't forget to share this information. It's going to get rough again for many, many, many people. Power out. People losing their homes. People have nowhere to live. People have nothing to eat. You know the drill. This is serious, folks. And I will keep my eyes on that new system. Peace, love, and kindness to each and every one of you. Thank you so much for watching.